I'm sure pretty much, probably all of you that are on the Zoom meeting will have been aware that this week was World Aspergillosis Day. But if there's anybody watching on the Facebook group or anything that missed it, on Monday we had our annual awareness day for aspergillosis, and it's only been going, I think this was the 3rd year, wasn't it, Graham? I think.
Yeah.
The fourth year.
Wow.
And every year it's getting bigger and bigger. So this year we were really, really pleased to see that, as well as the stuff that we were doing, so we organised various activities, there was also quite a lot that was happening organised by other people. So I've just put a little screenshot there that Jill posted of a talk that Darius from down in London did. And also there was international meetings. There was a big meeting in Ghana that had several speakers, and one in Nigeria, one in Vietnam. I think there was one in Latin America as well. I can't remember where it was. And Pfizer made some materials.
I think Jill said Brazil, somewhere in Brazil.
Brazil, that was the one. Yes.
Also France.
Oh, I missed the France one. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, it's really catching on, and that's really good because it means that the reach for people that we're going to be getting is just getting bigger and bigger. And a lot of the meetings, they were aimed at doctors. So hopefully we'll be getting more awareness with sort of the general medical population, but also with the public. So the sort of public facing side of it was I did these sock patterns that I really hope the pattern works, and you don't all get to the end of it and think, oh no, this isn't right. Who's this meant to fit? I hope they're okay.
Microphone's there.
Can I just add to that as well, Beth? So as some of you may see, I did a bit of an interview with Gwynedd, and we wrote a bit of a story, as some of you may see. And Gwynedd, you're there, just to let you know that 8,181 people saw your story.
Wow.
So far.
Oh, done, Gwynedd.
So far. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And oh well, I was going to lead on to that in just a moment. So just to finish what I was saying, yeah, we're going to be doing the craft group every Tuesday at 10 a.m. That's going to be an ongoing thing, and you're all welcome to join. Not everybody is sort of doing sort of knitting or crochet or something. A lot of people are doing all different, like jewel crafts or paintings. It's very, very open, and you're also welcome to just come along and chat and see what everybody else is doing, because I know a lot of people, like when you've got brain fog and if you've got like neuropathy, even if you can knit, you might not be in a position to all the time, especially when you're worse. So we don't want anybody to be left out. But yeah, so the main part of what we did was, like Lauren said, the patient journeys. And Lauren, how many people we had? 33
responses so far we've had.
Yeah, because what we want to do is just get as many different stories as possible and be able to find out where the sticking points in the process are.
I had a question, like, do you just want our story as we've already written it for like the Aspergillosis Trust, or do you want us to wrap our story around those points and just put in, like, I think the first question was, how did your illness start, or what was what started with before Aspergillus, or what have you, asthma, COPD, I can't remember the other ones, but yeah, and do I just go through all that and just tick everything is that what you want us to do, or do you want us to put those points into our stories?
So, I mean, if you want to, so what we're trying to do, so with the Google Doc that we put up on the Facebook group, so what we're trying to do with that is we're trying to scrutinise some of the journeys you've been through in order to understand where things went wrong. So was it with is it more that we need? I mean, we know education is needed as a whole. We know that GPs need educating. We know that some specialists need educating, but we're trying to kind of look at where it's going and see if there's reoccur, because obviously sometimes it's just your GP wasn't listening to you, and it's a bit different, but sometimes there's clear, as Beth just said, there's clear sticking points where there's there's trends is the word I'm looking for. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay.
That we can target and address more kind of strongly in terms of what we're doing.
Yeah.
But if you'd like to, you know, if you'd like to, in the way we've done Gwyned's story, if you'd like to, you know, if you'd like to sit and we can do one like that, then, you know, the more of them we have to publish on the website, and to, you know, personal stories are a really good way of putting this across, because it's, you know, it's your account, and from reading it from someone's account can really make people think a little bit differently. Rather than, you know, we can say till the cows come home, you know, this is aspergillosis, it makes you feel like this, you can have it if you've got this. But when you're telling the story and how it's affected you personally and how that felt, then that's always, it's got an emotive side to it, so it always lets us kind of sell it's the wrong term, but it lets us push it on a different level.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for everyone. There are some people who will read a patient story and they won't be impacted by it, but a lot of people will read it and it will make them think differently. So if there is anyone out there, I'm just looking, fake data is coming up. Sorry, I'm just looking at the translation that keeps coming up and it's very strange. But if anyone would like to do something that's similar to Gwyneth's for the Aspergillosis website and for the you know, for the Facebook, that we can push out.
You did say that I've trouble with your accent.
No, it was doing okay with my accent last week. I don't know if any of you are reading this translation, but it's given me some strange things. But if anyone would like to do that, please let us know, and it'd be really good to do that with you guys and put that across.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think it'll really help us with training doctors as well, because when you look at like medical school materials, so much of it's about case studies, and like from going to the MDT, like there's the doctors, they'll remember cases they've seen from 10 years ago, and they'll if you present it as like, here's a case study, here's a particular patient, here's what went wrong, I think that's a way that it'll get into their brains a bit better.
That's it.
And the more stories we have, the better we can do it.
Okay. I just started filling in the form, and then I thought I just can't just say asthma. I can't just say one word, and I started filling in, and then I went to the next question. I thought, oh damn, I've just written all that.
I've done both.
If there's any of you who haven't filled the form in, it would be really good if you could do the form, because as I said, that just gives us kind of, I mean, because it lets me pull it into a spreadsheet, and then it lets us sit as a team and look at it as a spreadsheet to see.
And that's what I was trying to find out.
You know, it lets us just see, as I said, those reoccurring themes and pull them out and say, well, this is clearly an issue because, you know, of the 33, 20 odd people said this was. So it lets us, sometimes we need hard data to back up the anecdotal stuff. So kind of the balance, getting the balance right, and we can throw everything at people then.
Nice pie charts to follow.
Little pie chart.
Oh yeah.
Where
and they
is
work
the
really
form?
well on Twitter as well.
Is the form on that page?
It's on the Facebook. It's on the Facebook group.
Right.
If anyone's got, I can drop the link into Hospify as well, if that makes it easier. There's some.
Yeah, that would be good.
She'll do that right now.
Can you pop it into the chat as well, maybe?
I can. Yeah, good idea.
Awesome.
I can't pop it into chat actually.
That's rare.
Yeah.
Good typing.
ridiculously long.
Did anybody do the selfies? I had a look for people that would be on this Zoom, but I didn't see.
The selfies for Aspergillosis Trust? Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I did. It's nice.
Out
I
in the
didn't
snow.
see any celebrity ones this year.
No. It's very hard to pin a celebrity down, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Well, especially with
We
lockdown.
tried. We
Can't
tried
have
really
anybody-
hard. Wrote hundreds of letters.
Oh well. Oh,
Yeah, we
those
did a
damn
whole
celebrities.
campaign.
They should have. They should have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once everything's open again next year, we can stalk them in person at the entrance to the Coronation Street studios.
We'll stand
I mean,
behind.
not what's a good word for stalk that's not creepy?
I don't think there is one.
Agree. Bribery.
Yeah.
I read on the Facebook page that there was one that it's believed that 1 in 30 people have aspergillosis. Did I imagine that or?
Oh, I thought it was 1 in 300.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, brain fog.
So
Brain
it's,
fog.
it's approximately 1 in 300, but if you include all the severe asthma,
Yeah.
but most of those won't be aware that they actually do have an aspergillosis involvement.
Right. Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
If you do the math, it works out. It's about right.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
But obviously, like CPA itself would be a lot rarer.
The other thing with the stories, we've been given the job of training our local junior doctors, or setting up a training hub for them. So we will be directly training those doctors with stuff that we've done wrong.
Yeah. Interesting story. When I was on the ward after I had the Aspergilloma episode in October, I was desperate for some physio to help me clear, after a few days. And I know my physio at the hospital really well. She's a great girl. And she just kept sort of entering the ward and saying sorry. And it nearly broke my heart because she came to me and said, Celia, I'm so sorry. I can't get your notes. Every time I go to get your notes, some junior doctor has grabbed them and they're just fascinated by it. And I was I could have, venting a bit now, but I thought, you've not listened to me for 8 years, and now, they were actually coming up to my bed and saying, can I have a chat with you about your disease? And I said, no.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just
No.
But no, that's gone off the chart. But no, I do think these stories and the patients' stories do need to be told. Our hospital is a teaching hospital, and sometimes I think. Anyway, I won't go on. Sorry about that.
That's really useful to hear, because we've heard there's been a few people now have said that doctors have been quite insensitive because it's, this is an interesting disease.
I know, yeah.
And they don't always think.
No, they don't. They really don't. I mean, they were really insensitive. Yeah.
So this is something that we've actually discussed this week, is that what we really need is a panel of patients. So a panel of people with CPA, for example, and a different panel of people with ABPA. And we will use that panel to develop this educational material on the website and on our internal websites. And the training hub will also eventually be made available to doctors outside of here as well, we hope. So I will be, if anyone wants to participate in that, we'll be looking for, you know, a number, probably a short list of people who would want to have a meeting like this, say once a month or something, and you come up with, like you've just done, you've said, well, this has happened to me, and I think that could be done better, and then we can try and turn that into an actual action starting here.
Yeah,
So
I've documented the last 8 years. I've got it all down,
right.
which I didn't realise when I filled in the patient journey thing for you recently, and I thought, oh, I could have done this much better, you know, because I've got my history, you know. I've put a lot in it,
That's why we came up with a list of things we wanted to know as a sort of a short list, because a lot of people have done really fantastic patient stories, which are on the Aspergillosis Trust website, and we've got
I've read a lot
as well. But if you miss out the important bits that we need to know, then it becomes less useful to work out what we need to. So we thought it best to lead with the points that initially we think we need to know. Well, that'll probably have to be developed. So that's where the patient panels will come in.